This is only for demonstration purposes. So this is a mild plate steel. Just some pieces that I've had. I'm using scrap. Cleaned up the rust. That's what the piece looked like right there. But I just wanted to... Now right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a puddle. And then what I'll do probably on this side is I'll push a puddle. We'll see what the difference is. I'm going to play around with settings. But this is how this is going. Just to demonstrate how good of a piece of equipment this ArcCaptain MIG 130 is. This thing's pretty sweet. Alright, so we've got it set up. Again, like I said, don't rely on these magnets to kind of keep things in place. Or at least don't rely on these things, these cheap Hobao Freights, these things. Don't think like these are square along this edge. You probably can trust it along this edge, but the problem is that normally you have one section of metal. See how that corner is? You usually have, it's called skewed. Like the two plates are skewed. So don't trust these. You can, set up what you need for holding a piece of material in place, but don't rely on these things to be totally accurate. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drag a puddle, and then on this side I'll push a puddle. We'll see if we can get in there. Set it to 80 amps, and we're going to see what we get here. The other thing that I wanted to bring out was, if you look at my tip, right, the machine should always be off. So the other good thing too is that the button on the back of the machine is pretty big. So the tip that this thing comes with is one of these, right? So, and the thing about this is it's set up as it's like for gas. So in a way it's good, but you kind of can't see what you're doing, because this entire tip, which the gas is supposed to be coming out with, this is just a flux core welder. The gas would be coming out, and that kind of like envelops the welding area. But what I'm working with is flux core. I got to cut this tip. It's always a good idea. Get your welding pliers, MIG pliers, and just cut your tip off. That way you're starting fresh. Leave this stuff on the deck surface right now. Primarily, this is the unit that I've always used, and so you can see right here, this has got the flux core tip protector on it anyway, which with the Lincoln Pro 175, it actually came in the kit. I don't deal with the whole gas stuff. I do flux core welding. Works out great. I should tack it just to kind of keep it in place, but I'm hoping this magnet is going to be good enough. What I wanted to show you was these pieces right here. You get these from, these are Vulcan tips. So these are specifically for flux core welding. What's great is that it fits perfect over this gun. Lets your electrode stick out, and you can see I've got a very small amount of stick out right there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the machine. Like I said, I'm going to pull a puddle first. So we're going to go like this, going to pull a puddle, and then what I'll do is I'll work the opposite way and we'll push. We'll see what we get for a result. I don't usually work like this. I'm usually standing up. I might have to stand up. All right, here we go. So we're going to start right here in this corner. Like I said, I'm just going to pull the puddle. Right there. Nothing's on fire. Pretty thick puddle we got there. So that thing ain't gonna go anywhere. Let's give this a couple of whacks. Not much crap on there. Damn. Not the best. But damn, dude, that actually is friggin' mint. So the question will be is, taking a hammer, we'll whack this off. We'll see what it looks like, but I'm going to go ahead and clean up this side, and now I'm going to push a puddle. So you can see we've got some temperature on the back side of there, which is what I expect to see. We're also working with 2 different thicknesses of metal, but it looks like it's glued on there pretty good. So like I said, I'm going to start from this side, and now we're going to push a puddle and see if we get a different result. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. Still on the same amps. I think what I'll do is I'm going to back it down. I'm going to back it down to, let's go 70 amps. We'll see what it looks like visually, but we will see the heat that's on the bottom. So we'll see what the 70 amps looks like. And like I said, this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the puddle this way. Hopefully the camera's not too close, blowing out my lens. Okay, it's always good to start off with a fresh end. So used to Lincoln. Too much sticking. Now, when I did this, kept it short. Could definitely tell that the heat was down on it. Let's see how that's. Difference between the 70 and 80 was big difference, man. With the way, I mean, it's still glued on, but I'm not a professional welder, but man, I'll tell you, that 80 looked pretty mint. And the wire speed itself adjusted along with the amperage. Thing's hot. See how we're looking for heat on the bottom. We've got good heat on the bottom. Damn. Welds themselves, man. Look at that. Focus in here. Zoom in. Look at that. Take a hammer to this thing. See if I can break it off. Stuff cleans up just fine. You do get your little BB splatter, but it's not that bad. It'll clean up with a quick little pass with that thing right there. There you go. There's your little test. So the other thing that I like about this particular unit is the size of the button. When you got your gloves on, it's easy just to go ahead and whack that button. It's not like a tiny little button. The other thing too is that you can see it's in the off position. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, look at that. The fan was blocked. So the fan runs an additional amount of time just to help cool the unit. It also has these little spring locks, which is kind of neat. I like those. We'll open up this machine just to show you. So I am running a 0.03 wire or a 0.8 millimeter wire. This is from ArcCaptain. This is specifically a flux core MIG wire. The stuff is great, man. So if you need to adjust the tension, you can go ahead and adjust the tension. Yeah, this is just your adjustment knob, just to adjust the clamping force of the little roller. So, pretty good stuff, man. Definitely different from using a piece of equipment like that, the Pro 175. This one, very compact, does the job. It's on a 20 amp circuit right now. It is a 110 machine only. There is no conversion or anything like that, where that machine right there, my plasma cutter, goes between the 220 and 110. Comes with a little carry strap, which is kind of weird. Guess if you wanted to kind of carry the machine around. Attaches to the back there, little carry strap right there. You can see the adjustment on the front was set at 70. goes all the way up to 130, thus why it's called the MIG 130, and goes all the way down to 40 amps. You can adjust the difference in the wire size that you're working with. You can see right there, if you went with a nice big size wire, going with 60, there's 40. I've got it dialed down to 40, but we ran it at, that last pass, we ran it at 70. So, and then the first pass we were at 80. MIG to stick, and then that right there goes to what's called lift tick. So, and everything's all set internally. The machine adjusts wire speed for amperage. Makes it a no-brainer to weld stuff. So just figured I'd show you this quick little blip on the ArcCaptain MIG 130. I want to say the technology has come a far way, man. I got the MIG 145 Pro, but this little machine right here, this little machine is pretty sweet. This thing can weld a multitude of things, and we're only talking 110 power feed. So like I said, it's got these little spring clamps thing here, and if you wanted to lock that down for some strange reason, it's also got this cool carry handle right here. So everything wraps up, and also you can see I'm running on the positive side for my ground. Ground clamp is right there. You can see the color right there. Question is was that? See, it's regular steel. It's colored steel. So can't really complain, dude. The thing does its job, and I think it does it well. So, I mean, small little, what do you expect, dude? The thing isn't that much money. This table's perfectly designed the way that is for that clamp to go exactly right there. And then what I do is I loosen up the edge. This is like a, what the hell's that thing called? A block. You know what I mean? So material won't slide off. You can push it up against a fence. That's what it's called. But I just take that, put it right in there, holds the gun, works out pretty mint.